Where do you want Tom Brady going?
Okay, if I had to pick, I would think going to the Raiders would be interesting, and I don't want him to go to the 49ers because I think they would be too good, and I don't really want that. So I'm thinking Raiders. That's my preferred landing spot. I think that'll make the apartment more happy.
I think I'd have to go with the Raiders as well. I think in terms of Hollywood blockbuster, what everyone wants to see of Brady balling out in Las Vegas. He's single now, hitting the strips with
Oh man,
all that
Tom
money.
Brady is gonna be slaying.
He's gonna be the mayor of Las Vegas.
Guy Fieri.
Him and Guy Fieri
Flavor Town.
can co-run that, but just in terms of him being set up, especially if Vegas can sign or draft a high-end wide receiver to pair with Tom, Devontae Adams might just be the best wide receiver that he'd ever have the chance to play with. That's not Randy Moss.
Yeah, there's a lot of pros and cons with signing because obviously for my team, Tom Brady is a lot cheaper than Aaron Rodgers, and then like maybe Garoppolo, maybe. I don't even think about Lamar. I don't think Lamar's leaving, honestly.
They have their eyes on Garoppolo though. That's a backup option.
You know Lamar's a commie.
Oh yeah, he's commander.
But it would be very hard, like me being like not biased. Like it'd be very hard for Tom Brady to succeed in the AFC against all these young quarterbacks, especially when he didn't succeed in the NFC against like the NFC South. Like he barely made the playoffs. That's what I was worried about when I picked the Cowboys to beat him in the playoffs. Like he like limped his way into the playoffs, which a lot of that has to do with Tampa. They weren't that good. I mean,
They're old as hell.
I think there's a stat like the Tampa had like the 28th best offense. The Raiders had like the 20th. That's like
I thought the Raiders would be better than that.
I think they were a little bit better, but like it was close to the same. Especially if the Raiders are healthy. I mean, they were like I think they were 16 or 17. I probably should know that, but they didn't have Darren or Hunter Renfrow all year, which that's in like another topic. I think we could honestly trade Darren Waller.
That's what I was about to ask. What would you want to get out of?
If we can get a first round pick out of Darren Waller, that's
yeah.
We were like a top 20, 15 offense with Devontae and Foster Moreau played like every snap at tight end, and he did pretty good. Mac Hollins is pretty good.
I bet.
I mean, it's at the same time, it's hard.
He just could not stop dropping pass. He dropped a touchdown pass. I remember that.
I mean, it's just a business move. Maybe he's only played like 40% of the snaps last 2 seasons, like 16 games total out of the last 2 seasons, and he just got paid in the offseason, especially if we're going to try to pay the defense. There's a lot of rumors about like Jalen Ramsey and stuff, which would be awesome. I'm not going to say we don't need a top 5 tight end in the league, but he's been hurt the last 2 years. I love Darren, but if I were just like a strictly Tom Brady fan, because I do love Tom Brady, the 49ers make the most sense. He's from there. They're about to probably go to the Super Bowl, is what I think. I think they'll beat Philadelphia. But as a Raider fan, he can come on in and get $10 million.
If he straight up just wants to win, and the 49ers come after him, like why wouldn't he pick that?
I mean, what else does he have to do?
Yeah,
he's got a $30 million Fox deal waiting on him.
Like we're looking at the odds. The Raiders are first. The Dolphins. That makes no sense to me. Just because when Tua's healthy, he's perfect for Miami. Especially for like you can say Tua like underthrows Tyreek and stuff like that. But I mean what was their record before he got hurt? Like
8-3.
Yeah, I mean.
And
they don't need Tom Brady at all. Huh?
They lost what like
they
5 of their losses were without Tua.
They made the playoffs at 9-8.
Yeah, I mean they had no shot in that Bills game, but somehow they made it close. That just shows how like good
the
rest of the team is.
How bad Buffalo was, or not bad, but just how they just kind of collapsed.
Yeah,
at the end of the season.
That's what I'm saying. Like the remember the first 2 games they killed the Rams and they beat the Titans by 40.
Yeah.
And like after that, it just kind of went down. Like they lost to the Zach Wilson Jets.
Yeah.
You got to think about I was talking about when the 49ers, they were playing, who did the 49ers? The Cowboys, just was it on Sunday?
Yeah.
For all the stuff they had in the offseason, like Debo wanted to get traded to the Jets. They don't have a quarterback. They're not paying a quarterback is probably what I should say. I mean, San Francisco should probably be like the favorite to land Aaron Rodgers if he does get traded because he's also from California.
It seems he's always wanted
If they move all those players that like, I don't know if they'll move on with Debo because I'm sure Debo he's having the year he's having, but Debo's getting paid a lot.
Trent Williams.
Garoppolo is getting paid a crap ton to not even play. I mean, they have money they can probably move around into. They're like the only team that can like swallow that Aaron Rodgers contract, unless it's like, I don't know, the Panthers who aren't paying anybody, or like a team that's
Panthers
or any team that's
with Sam Darnold or AR-15
or the Jets. The Jets aren't really paying anybody either. Anybody over like $30 million.
So what's your prediction, Raiders?
I think if he does want to keep playing, because I thought throughout the whole season he was gonna retire. Like I really thought he was gonna retire, but
Sounds too good to be true for a little bit. I don't know why. I feel like he might.
I thought it was too good to be true, especially all the Derek Carr stuff. Like we did push him out for a good reason. I mean, I'm glad we're trying to get a better quarterback than Derek. It's going to be a lot more exciting and then like just stressful because watching Derek Carr was stressful at times. If Tom Brady does want to play, it'll be with the Raiders. I think the 49ers will try something else just because they don't really need like a rental quarterback, honestly. I mean, all their players are rather young.
I think they should play Trey Lance, if I'm being completely honest. He has a crazy upside.
That's another thing. I've like looked into like options. There's a lot of options like when it comes to trading Trey Lance for like a second or third round pick would be perfect. Drafting Hendon Hooker in the 5th round would be perfect for the Raiders. There are so many options. Like
You're in love with Hendon Hooker.
If he's in the 4th round, snag him.
He's just not an NFL quarterback.
Holden just loves him a good hooker.
He's a hypo.
Hendon Hooker in a Las Vegas Raiders jersey.
He's just a hypo product.
Yeah, hypo merchant.
Yeah, I mean, he sucked at Virginia Tech.
Can perform it. Yeah.
Like drafting him in the 4th or 5th round, it has nothing but like if he sucks, he sucks. Like that's not gonna hurt a team. Like players.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if he's there, you might as well take him. But the
Raiders
also need defenders. Like
I don't know if I believe in Anthony Richardson drafting him top 10. No. If he falls and like we trade up, maybe because he's getting these Cam Newton comparisons. I don't know about Cam Newton just because Cam Newton was like good right off the bat.
Anthony Richardson, you got to know that he won't be good until like year 4. Like kind of like Josh Allen.
I mean, if CJ is there at like 7, or if we trade back, maybe. I mean, if Will Levis is there, maybe. But the only thing I think about is like I want to draft a high potential guy just because who's in the AFC. But, like all these guys are like all time quarterbacks. Like there's literally 4. Josh Allen, Burrow, Mahomes, Herbert, and Trevor. They're on their way to like be having an awesome career. It is exciting to like move on from Derek Carr though. It is really exciting. Which I love the guy.
I'm excited for you. I've been saying that all year.
I
was literally so shocked when they did that.
Like I've said before, like even before the season, like it would have to be Derek to win a Super Bowl because he's like Mr. Raider. He's got all these, but I don't know. I'm excited to get like I'm not looking forward to like if we draft a quarterback so high and then he misses, like he just completely. Which I do have faith in Ziegler, the GM. He did really good last year. We drafted an all rookie center in the 6th round or like the 5th round, which is crazy. The dude from Memphis, and he got drafted as a guard and he moved him to center.
The Raiders get a good draft picks.
And then we drafted